Hey guys, before we get started today, I just wanted to let you know that the easiest way to support the channel is just by hitting the like button. And if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe as long as you enjoy the content. And if you want to go and check out how the new Crobat performs, that's right, Crobat got a buff this season. Click in the top right, that will be going to JeevesPeabody's channel. She did a great video on it, and I was a part of that video as well, so go and check that out. And also, I know a couple of you guys are asking when I'm going to be posting on the gaming channel again. It'll be sometime this week. It's just with the new season and everything, there's a lot to do for Pokemon, so we've been working on that stuff instead. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to go for the Brave Bird, but honestly the gusts are doing enough. Did you see that sky attack? Seaking is also insanely glassy. They switch out into this weird looking thing that's snapping its finger at me. What the hell is that? Get it out of here. And we're going for the Brave Bird, and here it comes, and it lands on the Shadow Snorlax. That Shadow Snorlax immediately regrets all of his life decisions. This resisted Brave Bird, probably not going to do enough, right? Probably not going to. No, it takes it out. It takes it out. And Empoleon is dead. Once again, needs therapy. We debuff the Altaria and then go for the Brave Bird. This is going to be doing massive damage. Baboosh. So normally, you'd be worried about Talonflame because it does so much damage with the Brave Bird. But, not anymore. Let me see the 4 times debuffed Brave Bird. That feels good, because I'm pretty sure that would have one-shot a Seaking normally. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shraydee, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a Pokemon that I fully believe is going to be nerfed. I'm not joking, this thing is stupidly overpowered. Maybe not stupidly, but, you know, when people say that, like, Charm is overpowered, it's not like that. This is broken. Just as an example, do you know how annoying Octazooka is? You know, when you're in the Ultra League and you're throwing your frenzy plants at the guy, the big dragon guy, the fucking just king guy, Kingadoo Ramba, Cedra's older brother, you know that guy? And then he shields the first Frenzy Plant, of course, and then he throws his Octazooka and you shield it thinking it's an outrage, and then you get that 50% chance debuff, which for me is a 100% chance debuff, that debuffs your attack by 2 stages. Well, guess what? Pidgeot got a move called Feather Dance. And it's kind of like Octazooka. Instead of a 50% chance, it is a 100% chance to double debuff your attack stat. Why did they put this in the game? Why? So the only thing that kind of balances this out is that it's Pidgeot and it only has flying type attack moves. So there's not much coverage there. If you get lined up against a Magnezone or a Magneton, which aren't very common by the way, you're gonna get bodied. You know what I mean? But this is the other thing. I've been using it as a lead, right? Say I pick up a Medicham lead, you know? People are gonna switch out into like an Azombombarill or something like that. I can guarantee switch advantage by throwing a Feather Dance, because that's going to double debuff that Azombombarill attack, and then I can come in with I can come in with Diggersby most likely and win that matchup because of how serious the debuff is. So yeah. And by the way guys, if you hear any loud noises in the background, there's some maintenance guys doing a renovation in the apartment upstairs. Not much I can do about it, so we're gonna have to deal with it. So let's take a look at the team I decided to use. And by the way, I should note that this team I threw together haphazardly. I didn't do much homework or anything like that. I was just like, hey, this thing and that, does this work? I don't know, who cares? I like Diggersby a lot, so I put him in the back. And now that Poison Jab got a buff, I finally used an Elite Fast TM on this Seaking. There's not much logic behind this team. I didn't think it was going to work, but then it did. So after I did my Ariados battles yesterday, I used this team, and I went 12-0. I didn't lose a single time. The only reason I stopped at 12 is because that was the end of my battles for the day. I think I am going to try this team once again today, just to see how long of a streak I can get. I think my overall, the longest streak I've ever had was like a 15 streak, and that was in like season 2. Haven't broken it since, so I got 12 battles for y'all to see. It's not pretty, you know, the people I go up against. Yeah, not a single person left one of these battles feeling content or fulfilled in any way, shape, or form. They all came out of this needing therapy. Okay, so once we pick up a positive lead here up against the Ferrothorn, we're dealing neutral damage with all of the attacks we got. We do have to watch out for Thunder, but we do get to this Feather Dance. He looks like he was overfarming there. I think he was at 5, but I don't know. I'll try to count. So Feather Dance comes through and debuffs his attack, And now I'm just like, whatever. And I counted and I was like, this is probably a flash cannon because he farmed up to one. And yeah, it's a flash cannon, but it doesn't really matter. Pidgeot is very glassy, by the way. I don't know if you know that. So I come in with the Seaking here, which is a pretty much, I don't know, it's a mistake. But, well, it's not a mistake. It's just my Diggersby is going to do better up against Ferrothorn than Seaking will. So I'm coming in with the Seaking here. Basically, just to kind of sack it. So I go for the first Icy Wind, which would do super effective damage. We are doing resisted with the Poison Jabs, and now that I got his shield with the Icy Wind, I'm going to go for the Drill Run. You always want to, with debuff Pokemon, you always want to shield the first charge attack, at least first charge attack if it comes before your debuff move. So I'm fully fine to let this thing come down, and now I'm going to come in with the Diggersby and look to farm it all the way down. This is an ABB team. That was totally on accident, though. I will admit that. It was not on purpose, but both of my Pokemon in the back are weak to grass, and my Pokemon in the lead is, you know, going to destroy grass types. So they come in with a Medicham, and I go for the Earthquake before switching into my Pidgeot, and now I'm going to go for the Feather Dance. I don't think this will KO. Feather Dance doesn't do all that much. Okay, it does KO. Probably not an XL Medicham. It's not... It doesn't do that much damage. It's just the debuff that makes it overpowered. So I'm fine to let this go. And now we're coming with the Diggersby. Farm this thing all the way down with Mud Shots. Basically just, you know, Fire Punch a couple, you know, Fire Punch the Ferrothorn a couple times. Fire Punch is double super effective here. So that person's team was ABA weak to Pidgeot, as you saw. The only Pokemon he had to combat Pidgeot was his, the guy, the little flat pancake man. So yeah, not great for this guy. So yeah, GG, GG, GG. Okay, this one's satisfying. This one's real satisfying. We'll watch this one. Yeah, you guys are gonna like this. You ever have a problem with double charm? Yeah, you remember that team that makes everybody mad? Well, here we go. Picking up a... This is not a good lead, by the way. We're going to get, you know, destroyed by Dragon Breath. But, unfortunately, they get to the Sky Attack about one turn before I get to the Feather Dance. So, they are going to get to their charge move first. I go for the Feather Dance, and this is, again, going to be double debuffing this Altaria. So, this makes it a lot easier for me to win. Because now, as you see, the Dragon Breaths are doing way less than they were before. I go for the next Feather Dance. I think I even let this Sky Attack come through, because I'm like, I got to survive this, right? Honestly, the debuff kind of makes Pidgeot like as tanky as it should be to be a good Pokemon. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty glassy. So I get both shields, which is really fine for me. And by the way, with this Pokemon, with Pidgeot, you're going to be relying on Gust as your main source of damage. Obviously, Brave Bird is going to do a lot if you want to go for the Brave Bird, but honestly, the Gusts are doing enough. Did you see that Sky Attack? Seaking is also insanely glassy, and that Sky Attack did nothing to my Seaking. They switch out into this weird-looking thing that's snapping its finger at me. What the hell is that? Get it out of here. Oh my god, it's gross. Okay, goodbye, weird looking thing. And then the last Pokemon is a Wigglytuff. So yeah, this is fine. We got this one. This is great. So obviously Wigglytuff is going to be charming the absolute crap out of me, but that's fine. That's not a problem. We're going to be able to get to an Earthquake and a Fire Punch before they get to their first charge move, but I decide to overfarm here because I just want to farm up to 2 Fire Punches, throw one at the Wigglytuff, and then throw one at the Altaria, and that'll be a G to the G. Could have tried to go for the Earthquake against the Altaria for the disrespect, but, you know, could have, probably should have. Not a big fan of your team, dude. But hey, look, I know I complain about people's teams a lot, you know. Hey, look at Ariados, very nice. I did an Ariados video, by the way. Ariados got a huge buff, link in, just go to my channel. I'm probably too lazy to remember putting the card there, so it's the last video I posted. But yeah, if you're using Double Charm, I'm gonna hate you when I go up against you. But if it makes you happy, if you're fulfilled by running Double Charm, then go for it. You know what I mean? That's what this game is about. It's a game. So if you're not having fun, then there's a problem. Okay, so we go up against a Crobat, and this Crobat is obviously gonna have the new Poison Fang, which apparently, I did not know this, has a 100% chance to debuff your opponent's defense. So here we are, just debuffing each other, except for my debuff is more substantial than their debuff. And also, my fast moves are going to be doing more damage there. So I'm going to be able to farm down with 1 shield. My defense is two stages lower than it should be right now. And they come in with the Snorlax, and we're going for the Brave Birthday. And here it comes, and it lands on the Shadow Snorlax. That Shadow Snorlax immediately regrets all of his life decisions. He's going back into the Pokeball to rock back and forth and debate on. He's not happy. Yeah. Okay, so they come in with an Umbreon, and I'm just gonna come in with a Diggersby. I actually really like this matchup here, and I'm not 100% sure like who usually comes out on top. I usually go straight Earthquake, but if you ever go up against me, just know that I'm always gonna bait. Like every single time you go up against me, I'm always gonna bait the Fire Punch. So you can always call the bait. Always call it, because there's no reason. Yeah, just it's fine. Okay, so I make a mistake here. I come in with the Pidgeot, thinking I could get to a Feather Dance, but instead I just fed this Umbreon some extra energy, which is not good. Not good. No, not good at all. All right, so we come back in with the Diggersby, and I'm just gonna say, go ahead, take out the Diggersby. Don't really care. And then we're gonna come in with the Seaking, obviously, as my last Pokemon, and I'm gonna go for this Icy Wind. I'm gonna shield. No, don't shield. We're gonna save the shield. Until we need it, absolutely need it. There's just that Snorlax in the back, so I'm going to be farming up and making sure to throw this Icy Wind before they get to their next foul play. They're going to be shielding that, and now I can Poison Jab both Pokemon down. Might even get to an Icy Wind here. They're trying to reset their debuff. Doesn't really matter at this point. I think even a debuffed foul play would probably be enough. Yeah. Could have gone for the Icy Wind. Doesn't really matter. Drill Run's definitely going to be taking him out, so yeah, goodbye. Yes, so hell yeah. And then this next battle, my boy was massacred by my own doing. I'm very sorry, blah blah 1699 or whatever your name was. There he is, my boy. No, my boy. Okay, so he comes in with a Hypno, and I'm going for the Disrespect Feather Dance. Honestly, every time you use this move, it's an act of defiance against whatever Pokemon you're going up against. So I'm going to be coming in with the Diggersby here, fully expecting he probably has Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball, and he goes for a Shadow Ball, so I guess, I mean, they're both double resisted, so like, what are you really going to do? This is going to be a punch right here, so it's an Ice Punch. Okay, maybe just confused on his typings, but there you go. That was a super effective Ice Punch that did like 1/10 of my health bar. So yeah, and no one would shield that because your Hypno is useless at that point. It's double debuffed. Like, why would you? Hibbity boppity boopity boppity bibbity bibbity boo. I don't know why I'm saying noises like that. So I'm going for the Earthquake up against my boy, and now they're going to be farming up to 5 buckets of energy, and it looks like they're dumping some of that energy here, which I don't think is. If they're going to farm up, then they should have thrown the Power Punch right away, and they actually go for another Power Punch. This is going to be all of their energy. I mean, they are 2 times, buffed, but you know what we got for that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a Alolan Marowak in the back, so it looks like Pidgeot is absolutely going to body this person's team. So we're going to be coming in with the Seaking here, and I shield the first charge move, and he baits with the Bone Club. You're a dick. You know that? You're a dick. I'm just kidding, by the way. So we're going to be going for the Disrespect bait here, which is going to debuff his attack. This is not a great matchup here for Seaking because the Poison Jab as well as Icy Wind is resisted, but there's another bait. So, you made a mistake, didn't you? You made a mistake. You're not even going to get to another charge move, so you might as well just go for the Shadow Bone at that point. Drill Run's going to be taking you out, and now the Scrafty's going to be coming back in to eat some debuffs. He's going to have to go for a foul play to take me out, so you better go for the foul play, but it doesn't really matter, because guess what? We got a Pidgeot here, and I'm going for the Brave Bird. That's right, my boy has been massacred, and he will never recover. In fact, he is dead eternally. Oh, this next one. Okay, so these battles, by the way, for the people who stick around for the whole video, they progressively get better. Like I promise you, these are all in the right order. This is just how I battled. These were all in the right order. This is a good one. This is a really good one. All right, so we're picking up a negative lead here. We are taking neutral damage from everything and doing resisted with everything. So you'd think this would be absolutely terrible, right? But guess what? Feather Dance. Feather Dance. Now, I think I would, if you use this Pokemon, I'd kind of recommend, baiting the Brave Bird, but it's whatever. So we come in with the Seaking because Diggersby is going to do better up against Empoleon than Seaking will, and I'm hoping they switch out. But Seaking can at least do super effective with the Drill Run, but it's double resisted with Poison Jab and Icy Wind. But they come in with an Umbreon, which is actually better for me. We go for the Icy Wind first, and then go for the Drill Run. Drill Run is going to hit for heavier damage here. So if you plan on landing your charge move and you don't care about debuffing your opponent, then go for the Drill Run. So Foul Play comes through. That doesn't do enough to take me out, and they are going to outpace me to the next charge move, and I think I just let this go. Don't want to go down 2 shields already. And my goal here is to somehow close with Diggersby, but I have a feeling, a strong feeling, that Pidgeot is going to be my last Pokemon alive. So we're coming in with the Pidgeot and hoping we can farm down before they get to a Foul Play. Getting a lot of lag there, but fortunately able to farm down. We switch into our Diggersby right away, and that's exactly what I was worried about. I was worried about there being a fighter in the back. So we're going to let this come through and just leave it all up to Pidgeot. I thought here, okay, if I can get a couple shields, that would be perfect. And then if I can farm down the Toxicroak and Brave Bird the Empoleon, that might be my win condition. So I go for the bait, I get this shield, and now I'm going for the Earthquake. This is going to be taking them out if they don't shield, so they shield, which actually could have been a mistake. They could have farmed down with Empoleon there, but they decided to shield that. And then I shield this, hoping it's a Sludge Bomb, but it is a Mud Bomb, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. I have to go for the farm down. And I am able to get to the farm down, and the Brave Bird is about to land. This resisted Brave Bird, probably not going to do enough, right? Probably not going to. No, it takes it out. It takes it out. Empoleon is dead. Once again, needs therapy after that session of battles right there. Oh. Yeah, like I said, these progressively get better. This one's better than the last one. That last one I really thought I was going to lose, by the way. But since he shielded his Toxicroak, that actually gave me a clear win condition. Alright, so we're picking up a lead against a thing. You know, the Shadow Politoed. Seems like it might be bad, you know, you got to watch out for Blizzard. They're actually going straight Weather Ball, and I know that they're going straight Weather Ball, but I am going to shield the first one because I want to debuff them with this Feather Dance. So we are double resisting the Mud Shots, so that's pretty good. And we're going to be going for the Feather Dance. And now, throw your Weather Balls. You know, if you get debuffed like this, bait the Blizzard. I know you might be running Earthquake on it, but at least bait the Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? Just bait it. Because at this point, I'm not going to shield any of these Weather Balls. Who do you think I am? Some kind of plebeian? No, I'm farming you down. Get out of here, Shadow Politoed. Nobody wants you. And he comes in with an Altaria, and look how much energy I had from farming down that silly Shadow Politoed with his double debuffed moves. And guess what? We're getting to another charge move here. We debuff the Altaria and then go for the Brave Bird. This is going to be doing massive damage. Baboosh! And now we're getting farmed down. Yeah. So Pidgeot did some work there, did some serious work. And yes, I will say the opponents I'm going up against aren't the best players. And if you're one of my opponents, I'm not saying you're a bad player by any means, but, you know, you guys know what I mean. Like, people stay in leads that they should switch out of and bait moves that, like, they're going for an Acid Spray there. I don't understand that. But it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, this still shows the power of Pidgeot. So we're going to one-shot that thing and then just, yeah, this one's over. That was a massacre. That was an actual massacre. And then we come in with the Seaking because that Fire Punch didn't KO. Doesn't really matter. Okie dokie. So this next team you guys are going to recognize as it is one of Zionic's best teams. He made a video on it that was like, this team should be banned in Go Battle League. And we're going to go up against that team and absolutely destroy it with no regard for the Pokemon's safety. So we pick up a horrible lead. We come in with the Seaking, which is still a bad matchup, but they switch into the Sableye, and I called it right here. As soon as I saw that Sableye, I'm like, there's a Medicham in the back. There's a Medicham in the back. I already know it. This is an ABB team. Both Pokemon in the back are weak to Charm. There's a Medicham in the back, so I need switch advantage here. I really do. I have to go for switch, because if I can't line up the Pidgeot with the Medicham and the Diggersby with the Bastiodon, I lose. That's all. There's no way around it. So I'm double shielding here. Now, this is something, if you guys recognize what your teams or what your opponents are running, then you need to go for switch if you think you need it. So there it is. There's the Medicham. We're going to be debuffing this Medicham before. I'm surprised they didn't come back in with the Bastiodon. I guess they're worried they didn't want to shield the potential Drill Run there, so whatever. We're going to go for the Drill Run second. I don't expect them to shield this, but they actually do, which is even better for me, if I'm being honest. They did farm me all the way down, which is A-okay. We're going to come in with a Pidgeot, and let's see how much an Ice Punch or a Psychic does before the debuff. Psychic comes through. Actually does not anywhere near as much as I thought. So we got stuck in that Gust animation now, and I'm surprised they didn't top left at this point, because this one is in the bag. We got our alignment perfect, And yeah, this one's over. Look at that. Flamethrower. Dude, come on. Get out of here with your flamethrower. We're going to farm up to 100 energy and then throw this Earthquake. And I think we even win this one without the Pidgeot, if I'm being honest, because we just go for an Earthquake against the Medicham. He's going to have to go for 2 Ice Punches to take me out. Nah, this one's over. So Zionic, I'm very sorry. That is a very strong team, by the way. It really is. But Pidgeot don't care. Pidgeot don't care about that team. You know? Although Pidgeot didn't do much there. I think that was more me reading the opponent's team than anything else. So picking up our rewards, heading on up to rank 6. Wow, Shrady, very impressive. You're at rank 6. I know, it's crazy. Alright, this one is just called Pidgeot, Feather Dance OP. Name speaks for itself. Title speaks for itself. I'm going to stretch real quick just so you guys can see my Azombombarill merch. There you go. Just in case you want to buy some, link in the description. Alright, picking up a lead against an Altaria. And we're going to be obviously going for the debuff here. We're going to debuff this Altaria. We're going to debuff it. I don't know why I said it like that, but you have to live with it. Alright, so Sky Attacks come through. He sneaks in a Dragon Breath while I'm throwing, which actually is kind of bad. Because now he's going to get to the... He's definitely going to get to the next Sky Attack before I get to it. The next Feather Dance it is. And he's going, and as you see here, the Feather Dance does basically nothing, but the Gusts do a lot. The Gusts actually do quite a bit. And he comes in with an Azumarill, and I'm going to debuff it. I'm going to debuff this Azumarill just to ensure switch advantage here. And also, yeah, this is a good matchup for Seaking, but it's even better now because the Poison Jab got a buff. We're going to be going for the Drill Run here because I don't expect them to shield, and I don't want to risk going for the Icy Wind and them not shielding it. And now we're just going to farm this thing all the way down. Let's see how much a triple... Oh no, just double debuffed. They don't even have play rough, so yeah, they double debuffed. Hydro Pump comes through. They come back in with the Altaria. I'm going to get the shield here. This Icy Wind will be doing double super effective damage. Debuffing it again, just to add insult to injury. This Altaria is so mad right now. In comes the next Icy Wind because they decided not to throw. And this, again, is going to be double debuffing this Altaria. And now they have to throw because their Dragon Breaths are not doing enough damage to take me out. My Poison Jabs were going to take them out at the same time. You'll have to see it. You'll have to see it. So now I'm coming with the Diggersby because they are double debuffed, and I'm going to farm down with those double resisted mud shots. Their last Pokemon is an Alolan Marowak, and once again, I know it's your favorite Pokemon, Zionic, but I'm not sorry about it. Okay, so I tried to catch a Shadow Bone there just to be a dick, but instead they just went down to a Gust, so GG. Okay, this next one I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. And the only reason I will tell you right now, the only reason I didn't let this person win is because I was going for a streak, number 1, and also number 2, I was trying to get those 5 charge TMs at the end of the thing. You know, I use one of those premium passes, which I rarely do. Very rarely do. Alright, so we pick up a negative lead here up against an Azombombarill, and we're going to debuff them. Yeah, you guessed it. That's pretty much your play every time you go up against anything. Debuff it. Yep, Bastiodon, that's probably the only one you switch out of. But you could debuff it, I don't know. Okay, so they gave up switch there, and then this is when I noticed that, oh no, they're either raging or they're lagging. So they come in with the Sableye, even if they weren't lagging here, which now I knew. Right here I knew that they were lagging. Even if they weren't lagging, this is still a bad matchup for Sableye because of those double resisted Shadow Claws, and we're going to debuff them. Everything we have is hitting for neutral. They come back in with the Azumarill, and I think I shield this just to see if I can sweep their whole team with Pidgeot, because, you know, I know they're lagging, but still, I wanted to see if I could do it. So to this trainer, I'm very sorry. It was nothing personal. Because usually in this kind of situation, I would let you win because I feel bad for you, because I know how it is when you lag out, and then all of a sudden one of your Pokemon just got farmed all the way down. It's a pain in the ass. It makes you rage. I know it does. But if it wasn't for those sweet 5 charge TMs that I really needed, because I'm clearly out of charge TMs, I wouldn't have done that to you. But I need those charge TMs, okay? So you were just in the... Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. We got one more here, and then we have 2 Rage Quits to finish off the 12-0 set. Or 12-0 feet, you know, 12-0 streak, I should say. Going up against King Escanor. Alright, King Escanor, what do you got? So, seems like a negative lead, right? They probably got Fire Punch, or I'm sorry, they probably got Thunder Punch, and if not, they might have Ice Punch. We do try to the charge move. We get to the Feather Dance at the same time that they get to their first punch. So, I'm gonna go for the Feather Dance and then try to catch in case they didn't throw on that charge or on that same thing. And then I shield up one of these Thunder Punches. That shield is to encourage them to shield the next Feather Dance. They will get to this next Thunder Punch before I get to the Feather Dance, but I want, you know, like, yeah, that's a super effective Thunder Punch, by the way. They sneak a Confusion in, which is actually not great, but it's okay. They decide to let it go because they know that if they shielded that, they would be 4 times debuffed. And they come in with the Shiftry. What the heck? They came in with the wrong Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. Either way, their whole team was going to lose to my Pidgeot if they didn't take me out right there. So they gave up Switch, I guess because they just, I don't know. We're going to come in with the Diggersby, and I know at this point I can't shield anything because that Shiftry has a Leaf Blade loaded, and it's going to one-shot my my Seaking. So Shadow Shiftry is an amazing Pokemon. I would highly recommend you guys try it out. So shout out to this guy for running a very cool Pokemon, one of my favorite glass cannons in the game. So we're going to go straight Earthquake here because I'm not worried about anything. They have Flame Wheel for some reason. Flame Wheel sucks. So we come in with the Seaking right away, and they actually threw right away, which I was really surprised because I didn't have any energy on my Diggersby there. So we shield that up, and then I just go for the Farm Down. I think they even had a Leaf Blade, but they didn't throw. But yeah, there is no win in that one. So GG, and now we got 2 Rage Quits to finish off the 12-0 streak. Okay, picking up a positive lead here up against a Medicham. We do take neutral damage from fighting, though, because of our subnormal typing. This person actually decides to stay in. I'm definitely okay with that. I'm 1000% okay. So we're going to shield up that Ice Punch there. And then we're going to be throwing one of these Feather Dances. This is going to be doing... It's a weak move, but it does enough. It does enough to warrant a shield. So now we're going to let this next Ice Punch come through and then farm all the way down if they let us. So since they're staying in, that tells me they got something in the back that doesn't want to see this Pidgeot. Let's see what comes in. Let's see what it is. A Talonflame. Okay. So normally you'd be worried about Talonflame because it does so much damage with the Brave Bird. But not anymore. Not anymore. This Talonflame is now 4 times debuffed. And they didn't shield either, which is perfectly fine with me. We're going to come in with the Seaking here. And we're doing neutral with, let's see, is this a Brave Bird? Let me see it. Let me see the 4 times debuffed Brave Bird. That feels good, because I'm pretty sure that would have one-shot a Seaking normally, or almost one-shot a Seaking. Their last Pokemon is an Azombombarill, and just to be a further asshole, we're going to debuff this Azombombarill as well. We're doing super effective damage with these Poison Jabs, and now we're going for the Drill Run, hoping that they think it's another Icy Wind. Let us see. They do. They let it come through, and now we're just Poison Jabbing the absolute crap out of this thing. And since they don't have any other Pokemon, they're just going to have to be debuffed from now on. So we're going for the Icy Wind this time because one more Drill Run would KO, so I fully expect them to shield this. Now they are double debuffed, and now we just attempt to Poison Jab down. And if this is not a Play Rough or a Hydro Pump, yeah, we got this. And okay, so that wasn't exactly a Rage Quit, but I can tell that at the end there they weren't too happy about that exchange. Alright, this one is definitely a Rage Quit. I remember this one very clearly. This was a nice finish off, a nice finish to the day that I had. I went 20-5 on the day, by the way. Ariados was doing okay for me, but this team, on the other hand, this team was slapping people. Alright, so we pick up a positive lead, and they come in with an Azombombarill. Guess what? Debuff. When you're unsure of what to do, debuff. This thing is so stupid. So stupid. Alright, so now we come in with the Seaking, and they're going to be throwing something here. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to do that much damage. Play Rough? Yeah, we're fine. So yeah, normally like this matchup here isn't like as good as it should be because of the Poison Jab doing super effective damage, but now it's amazing. This matchup is so easy to win. So we go for the Drill Run. That was a CMP tie somehow, and I undercharge it there so I can farm up some more energy with those Poison Jabs. And they come in with the Medicham. When you're unsure of what to do, debuff. Debuff them. So yeah, obviously Drill Run is going to hit harder, and they both cost the same energy, but Icy Wind debuffs. So, you know what I mean? Alright, so we come in with the Pidgeot here, and I decided to shield up one of these charge attacks. It is an Ice Punch, and their last Pokemon is a Beedrill. Well, Mr. Beedrill. I know this is an X-Scissor, but I'm gonna... Who cares? Just shield it. You know what I mean? Okay, and they knew right there. They're like, man, my team's very weak to flying. And I was like, let me introduce you to Pidgeot. Alright, so there's my second 5-0 set. Picking up those sweet 5 charge TMs. Getting my new Pokemon, which is some kind of weird, squishy fighting thing that has terrible moves. Niantic, please, when you add new Pokemon to the game, just give them good moves, or invent good moves and give them to them. Anyway, so what do I think about Pidgeot? It's broken. It's actually broken. It needs to be nerfed. Because the second I go up against one of these things, I'm going to start talking about it like it's a Shadow Victory Bell acid spraying me. This thing is annoying as hell. Even in bad matchups, you can double debuff your opponent. 100% of the time. I already think Octazooka needs a nerf. This is worse. This is much worse than Octazooka. Get rid of it. Well, don't get rid of it. Pidgeot needs something, but not this. This is too much. You've given Pidgeot the wings of a god at this point. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, as long as you enjoy the content. And if you have any suggestions on what Pokemon you'd like me to cover that were updated in this Season 8 update, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons, Billy Bravebird, Running Froggy, The North Star, Doug J. Dempsey, Ryan Borowski, Cleric, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Freak, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Mitsukata, Kitku Lek, Edward O'Neill, Senor Stacks, Grizzinator, Winter Fang, Lord of the Azombombarill, Daniel Timms, Ray Rafik, and Braden Seidel.